On February 20th, 1723, a man whose vision reshaped an entire city took his final breath.
Sir Christopher Wren was 90 years old when he died.
But his true legacy had already been written across the skyline of London.
If you look toward the heart of the city today, your eyes will inevitably rise to the great dome of St. Paul's Cathedral. That dome is not just architecture.
It is resilience, mathematics, ambition, and faith carved in stone. More than half a century before his death, London was a city in flames.
In 1666, the Great Fire of London raged for 4 devastating days, destroying thousands of homes and reducing the old medieval
St. Paul's Cathedral to ruins.
The skyline was shattered. Smoke filled the air where church bells once rang.
For many, it was a tragedy beyond repair.
But for Wren, it was also a moment of possibility. Unlike most architects of his time, Wren was first a scientist. He studied astronomy, mathematics, and physics.
He understood structure not just as art, but as calculation.
So when the opportunity came to design a new cathedral, he did not think small. He envisioned something monumental, something that would declare that
London had not fallen, but risen.
His inspiration came partly from continental Europe, especially the grand domes of Rome. Yet he did not copy them.
He improved upon them.
Wren proposed something daring.
A massive central dome that would dominate the skyline. But building such a dome in 17th century England was not simple.
A single shell would be too heavy and unstable.
So Wren engineered an ingenious solution.
He designed 3 domes in one.
Inside, visitors would see a beautifully proportioned inner dome,
painted and elegant. Hidden above it, a strong brick cone would carry the immense weight of the lantern at the top.
And on the outside, a majestic outer dome would rise above London, visible for miles.
It was an extraordinary fusion of art and engineering. The cathedral would eventually reach about 111 meters in height,
becoming one of the tallest structures in the city for centuries. But brilliance rarely moves forward without resistance.
Many clergy members wanted a traditional Gothic cathedral. Wren favored classical symmetry and the dramatic curves of the Baroque style. His original design, known as the Great Model, was rejected.
Plans were revised.
Arguments followed. Compromises were made.
Yet through it all,
Wren remained determined that the final structure would embody harmony and strength. Construction began in 1675 and continued for 35 years. Wren personally supervised the project. Even in his later years, he climbed scaffolding to inspect the work.
Portland stone was carefully laid.
Massive supporting piers were constructed to carry the weight of the dome,
and iron chains were discreetly embedded to counter outward pressure.
Every detail reflected precision.
When St. Paul's Cathedral was finally completed in 1710,
it stood not only as a place of worship, but as a symbol. It told the world that London had survived disaster and emerged stronger.
Decades later, that strength would be tested again. During the Second World War, bombs fell across the city in the Blitz fires,
burned through London just as they had in 1666. Yet
St. Paul's Cathedral endured.
Iconic photographs showed its dome standing tall amid smoke and destruction, a powerful image of national resilience.
Wren's design had not only created beauty, it had created endurance. When Christopher Wren died on February 20th, 1723,
he was laid to rest inside the cathedral he had designed.
His epitaph bears a simple yet profound inscription. If you seek his monument,
look around you.
There is no grand statue needed, no towering memorial column. His monument rises in stone and light, in the curve of a dome that has watched over London for more than 3 centuries. Through fire, through war,
through time itself, the vision of Christopher Wren still defines the skyline.
And every time the sun sets behind that great dome, London remembers the man who turned ashes into immortality. History is not old. History is living inside us.
One day, one event,
one lesson.
Mr. Feedy,